This week we're going to take an in-depth look at last week's USDA grain stocks report. We're also going to take a look at harvest progress as well as short-term weather trends. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Before we start this week, I want to take a moment to thank Kat Sullivan. Kat filled in for me last week and did a terrific job. I'm sure you're going to be seeing more of Kat in the future. Let's talk about the soybean market. We moved into early October here and harvest is in full swing. Before we talk about that though, let's take a step back and examine last week's USDA grain stocks report. Now this turned out to be an extremely important report for the soybean market. Now, two parts to this report. First, USDA revised the 2020 crop size for U.S. soybeans, and then they gave us an update of what the September 1 ending stocks were for soybeans for the 2020-2021 crop year. Now we're looking at this first table here and we really want to highlight a big surprise. The USDA increased the size of last fall's crop by 81 million bushels. Now look at that trade estimate. It was 4136. It came in at 4216. A major surprise to the upside. The crop was much bigger than expected. Now as you look at the grain stocks table here, at 256 million bushels, what the USDA did was basically incorporate that 81 million bushel increase in crop size to their September 10th supply-demand estimate of 175 to come up with 256. And here's the key point. That surprising increase in the 2020 crop size was the equivalent of adding nearly 1 bushel to the 2021 national average bean yield. So the result, and a key takeaway here, and more or less a red flag from a producer standpoint, is that a much higher than expected stocks level has provided a greater supply cushion for the market. So really strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage these 2021 bean bushels as you complete harvest. Let's now look at soybean harvest progress here in the U.S. We're looking at 34% harvested as of October 3rd. That's one of the fastest pace in recent memory, neck and neck with last year. On average, over the next 2 weeks, between October 3rd and the 17th, soybean harvest pace increases about 29%. So that would take us well over 60% here as we move towards mid-October. Of course, the pace of soybean harvest is directly related to weather trends. Let's take a look at short-term weather trends this week. Our slides, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. We're going to take a step ahead here to October 11th through the 14th because there's a bit of a change coming. More of a strong autumnal system is moving into the west. It's going to slow down some harvest, particularly in the northern plains and across that western corn belt. Now let's look at the total amount of rainfall here over the next 7 days. Heaviest amounts are up in that North Dakota area, key state, of course, for soybean production. And moving south and east, the heaviest totals are. So we may see some stop-and-go bean harvest progress short term. Let's take a moment now and review export trends for beans. Now this is an important chart. Look at last year. Last year we had a record amount of beans on the books here in late September. This year, however, it's way down for a number of reasons. A larger crop in Brazil is at the top of the list there, higher prices compared to last year. We're looking at the second lowest total now in 13 years. So the big push that we saw from exports last year, at the moment anyway, is not being seen for beans from the export side. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in November soybean futures. Now we moved into the month of October, of course, and that means we moved into the harvest price month for crop insurance. Now we're looking at November 2021 soybean futures, still over $12 a bushel here, and that's the highest level for early October in 8 years. You have to go all the way back to 2013. So again, strongly encourage you, work closely with your trusted risk management advisor on risk management strategies. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.